Hello, everyone. We
Hello,
have
everyone.
Dean and Cassie from Kathleen Guided Light Tarot with us, and Dean from Hermit's Corner with us. How's everybody doing? We have Stacy and we had Mora. There are two
Hello,
other people,
Stacy. Hey, Maura.
and it's probably the rest of us.
Probably.
So, probably that's
That's
usually
okay.
how it goes. Yeah, it
It's
is.
then
It
it's
is.
they then the floodgates open and everybody starts up.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So today we're going to talk about some of the mysteries in our solar system. Some of it is going to be boring, like, the planets themselves and things that are happening there that probably science hasn't been able to explain yet. And part of it is going to be about alien life forms. So if you have any questions, you just let me know. And thank you, Stacy. And just let us know and we'll include them. Nothing is set in stone except for the categories. So we have, I'm just going to go like this if we can. We have Ceres, alien life, well, Planet X, Venus, Saturn, Jupiter, and yeah, it won't stop. So there you go. So those are the six categories that we have for today. And I'm going to invite Dean to tell us a little bit about his channel and a new thing that you have going that I started along with you. So, well,
Thank you.
I started following you. So go for it. Tell me about it.
So I'm Dean from the Hermit's Corner. I've had my channel for about almost a year. It'll be a year in July. I started on a whim and I've learned to enjoy it. I've started reshuffling my programming around and I've been incorporating more tarot readings on it than just, tarot and lounge. I've kind of restructured it to more tarot readings and I've have intuitive vibes on Sundays, which has been since renamed to the spiritual and healing energy. It's a spiritual show that allows you that's aired on every Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Time. That allows you to have some spiritual it has spiritual context to it that allows you to have a spiritual outlook to the next week. I work that with Kathy, and we have angel oracle cards. We pull positive, like those positive motivational cards, and then we do spiritual readings throughout that program. And then I started a new program called Living in Your Grace, and it's going to be a year-long program that's focusing on ourselves. And the first one is about kindness, and it was talking about how to identify how to show yourself kindness. And I'm getting ready to plan out week 2 here the next day or so, probably on Saturday, and I'll be checking it with everybody on that week 1 assignment, which was learning how to use kindness in your own daily lives.
Cool. Yeah, you didn't mention what the deck was at the end of that show, did you?
No, I'm keeping that one a secret. I will release the name of that deck later on.
Oh, I wish you would have. I'll
Why?
be I'll be bugging you and bugging you and bugging you until I get to know what that
I will release the name of that deck halfway through the series. I'll release the name of it
okay, because I'm
because
curious because you said it comes with a good book.
yes, it comes with the
Yeah.
book, and I'm only implementing some of the things throughout the book because it's all about how to improve on yourself, how to improve it towards others and to the community around you. So it's all about, I'm trying to take it one step at a time and implement only about a focus on self, because our community, we kind of have a handle on that. I feel like a lot of people do, and a lot of people have a handle on how to be respectful and show kindness to others. It's just
Mm-hmm.
we struggle with the self piece. So I'm only trying to
Yes.
focus on the self piece mostly. And there's also like demographic. There's like charts and stuff, which I'm not going to go into that deep depth
No.
of it, because I don't think that it needs to be that intense. I feel like as long as you can journal along with the process, you'll be able to have a good handle of it and keep track of your progress. So that was the whole
Yeah.
idea about it.
But that was good. I was really I'm really liking it.
Thank you.
And then we have Kathleen from Kathy's Guided Light Tarot. Hi, Kathy. So what's going on? You're on mute.
Uh-oh.
Kathy, you're
You're
on
on mute.
mute.
Yeah, not very often I mute myself, right? Dean and I, of course, are doing our Saturday and Sunday spiritual program and many readings throughout the week, and we alternate channels on that. I'm currently writing, and I'm doing a project that I'll be, I will be starting to record soon. That's going to be a teaching project also. It's a very different concept than what Dean's doing. I'm going to keep the topic under my hat, so I don't have other people competing with me online, so I can get mine published and out there before other people go, hey, that's a good idea. I think I'd do that too. So I'm doing a lot of writing and working with my guides and doing a lot of rewriting on that. So I'll be doing a whole series on that. I don't know how long it's going to be yet. And I think that's about it right now. I've got a couple of collabs I'm trying to work on getting scheduled out. One with my Black Cat Tarot, and I need to start reaching out to a couple of the other ones. And of course, I love working with you, Sophie, and love
As
having
do
you on
I.
with us too. So, but that's about it right now. I'm working on a reading that I threw this morning that I'm going to record on. I did a 45 days throw on Putin.
Ooh.
It's going to be what's going on with Putin, and since it's I use my opposition deck for it, I thought I've got the throw laid out already. I thought I would go through and script it for myself, the reading for myself, so it makes it nice and clean when I record it, because it's pretty extensive. And it was blew my mind what came out in the reading. So it's going to be really interesting to read on what's going to be going on. I believe it goes all the way through the end of April. So
Cool.
I'm working on that, and I'm still interpreting it because it's such a long throw. But
That's
other
good.
than that, that's all I've been up to right now.
That's a lot. You guys are very busy, and they keep busy all the time. They have been putting out videos every day, some more than once a day, and they're both Dean and Kathleen are working towards reaching 525 so that they can get their community page. So if you have already put out the their links for their channel, and I would encourage you to go and subscribe so that they can get to 525 readings subscriptions. So that would be great. And the other thing is next week it is going to be a pre-recorded video of the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm working with Kevin from Kevin's Vibration to put out this video so that we can have it because it's my sister's birthday and the 45th birthday. So we need to. No, actually, it's 44. Hold on. Yeah, it's 43 or 44. It's not that important, is it? I shouldn't say that. I'm not nice. So
I
it's
don't know. When I turned 55 and told my sister, well, it's my 55th birthday, she told me I was a liar. I was only 45. I know. Okay, I'll go with you. But how old are you turning? Because we're 3 years apart.
Well, we're 8 years apart. I'm older. So it's she's 44. And yeah, so we're going to do that. And I just want to say hi to Connie Brown, Stacy, Teresa, Dean, me, Kathy, Tracy. And earlier we had Maura. So welcome one and all. And as I said, if you have a questions on one of the categories that I've showed you, please feel free to to just put it in. Make sure it's in all caps with hearts or at the beginning and the end, and we're going to we're going to ask it. So one of the other thing that I would like to mention is again. Ali from Heart and Soul Connected has the GoFundMe page. So the house is a loss. And
The Alley's house.
yeah,
What
it's
happened?
a loss. Well, there was a problem with mold, black mold.
Oh,
Yeah, and what ended up happening is she now has to they can't live in that house anymore. So
it could be dangerous.
and unless the house was unless there had been damages to the roof, the insurance doesn't cover it, and it's a total loss. So there you go. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. So I've put the GoFundMe page at top if you wouldn't mind donating. I'd truly appreciate it. And because I can't do PayPal for now, but I will soon, eventually. I will soon, eventually. I'm getting coached by Dean and Kathy, so I'll get there. Okay, so
It's all a learning curve.
I'm sorry?
I said it's all in the learning curve. We are all learning these systems.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, let's roll the wheel. Doo, 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 doo. Let's see. I don't want to roll it too hard because otherwise it'll go on forever. As you can see, Alien Life Series, Planet X, Venus, and LB Venus. So, my first Venus question, unless someone else has a question, is Venus. There are several things happening to Venus. The first one is, let me put it this way. I think you guys prefer it like that, right?
That works. You're off screen now. Oh, there you go.
That's okay. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Sorry about that.
Makes me look
Okay.
so thin.
I'm sorry?
I said it makes me look so thin.
All right. Let's see here. Is it better? No. Well, that's okay. Man, I'm making it worse.
My light hasn't brightened it yet.
Okay, I'll stop. Okay, Venus. Well, we know that there is a lot of the green gas effect that has happened to it, where they have this, you know, the green gas, greenhouse, what is it called? And
The
this is the
greenhouse
first,
effect.
the greenhouse effect, yes. It's hotter there than it is on Mercury. It is the only planet in our solar system that rotates counterclockwise.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's a vortex in the South Pole. Pretty big one. The only other one that has a vortex, I think, is Saturn, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
anymore. They
Saturn
all
has that big eye
ex
thing.
yeah. No, that's Jupiter that has the eye thing.
Oh, okay.
Saturn has
Jupiter
the
has.
hexagon storm.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a future question.
mix them up.
So, well, I'm not mixing them up right now just because I finished writing them down. Otherwise, in 5 minutes from now, I'll probably be all lost. But my question is, what happened to it? Was it an Earth-like planet before the green gases? We're all putting we're all putting it on Mars, right? Oh yeah, one thing that hi Vivian, hi Ona Banana, hi Tracy Ralph. Just one thing that I wanted to mention that I've asked the readers is that we are supposed to forget everything that we know about anything.
Well, clearly
And
it worked.
give me 5 minutes
I'm
and I'll be
mixing them all
there.
up.
Give me 5 minutes and I'll be there. And everything that we believe in, so that the readings are going to be as quote unquote pure, and then we can discuss it afterwards.
I prefer reading blind. It's always
That's
the
what I
best way to
meant.
read.
Yeah. So, what happened to it? Was it an Earth like planet before?
My guide said, yes, it was an inhabited planet at one point in time. And so was Mars.
Okay.
Wow.
First one that's ready goes.
Well, I'm actually getting information from my guide on this. There was a planet in the solar system that had exploded. I can see it. It was pretty sizable, but it wasn't in. When it exploded, it impacted. It's sort of like what I'm seeing is like they're saying it'd be like if we had a big explosion on Earth, if somebody detonated the atomic bomb on Earth, and Earth would blow up. It would destroy all the planets around. And there was a big planet explosion, and the debris from that impacted the universe, and it impacted Jupiter.
What about Venus?
She's
Or
talking about
Venus.
Venus.
Yeah,
Venus.
we're running. Yeah.
It impacted it, and part of that asteroid belt that we see in our solar system is
Between
part of
Earth and Mars, between Mars
yeah,
and Jupiter.
yeah, is part of that planet that's left over. That asteroid belt at one time was actually a planet. I don't know what caused the explosion, but it is part of the destruction of Jupiter.
But what was Venus like when it was an
Or Venus.
inhabitable planet? Venus, yeah. What was it like when it was an inhabitable planet?
I would have to say it was probably the way these cards look, maybe cold. Maybe cold and barren. There was not a lot on it. I don't think there's a true water source to it, possibly only because. Okay, I'll just show you what I got. At the beginning of my reading, I do have the Fool in reverse, which I feel it's like desert land almost, like where there's not a lot there. Now the real main water source on the surface, because I have the Six of Swords reversed. So I wonder if there was inhabitants, did they have to leave because there was some, like how Mars has a catastrophic event that dried everything up. I feel like too, there. The people had if there was inhabitants there, they had choices to make, possibly to sustain their life with the Four of Cups. But the Four of Cups is in reverse, so I don't think they tried to. I think they probably ran away from their obligations, or they made the wrong choice. Which is probably why I have the Ten of Swords as well in reverse, where decisions were not rolled out effectively or efficiently. And it was possibly based on, I don't know. I just feel like it probably wasn't.
I
think it was
when
not really bearing.
yeah, I feel that the planet was. I see vegetation and things like that, but I don't think that it was a planet that was very evolved. Like the life forms were very evolved. Life is not necessarily with an IQ and things like that, right? So was it ever Earth-like?
I don't see that it was Earth-like. I've got earth, fire, and air in my throws, but no water. And
Yeah.
in this deck, Earth is pinnacle. I think when I saw the pinnacles, I thought it was rich in minerals and resources like that. And that was something that the planet was utilized for. But it was quite arid in climate, with this draft. It was more like what you would see. There was some vegetation, but there wasn't like lots of weather, rain, and all that. The atmosphere had moisture in it, and it would accumulate, but there wasn't large bodies of water or anything on it. There wasn't a big sea or anything. But what vegetation came from the air, the atmosphere that fed the water with them. This forest air. It was a planet that was occupied. It was a world, but it wasn't like our world. It wasn't like Earth. It did have a population, or it was occupied and used for the resources. And then at some point in time, they worked hard on it. I think they worked hard mining it and things like that, and using it for whatever resources was available. Is what I'm getting. I don't know if it was naturally populated or if it was populated by extraterrestrials that had discovered the resources available on that planet. But it did have some life at some point. Some vegetation. It had a lot of minerals and stuff, a lot of resources, but it has diminished now. It's
I just want to mention something, Tracy Ralph, about your ego. I don't think it's an ego thing. You just don't see it having ever been inhabited. And like I mentioned, some of us may not see it, and that's okay if you have a different reading. The only thing that I see is if there was life is that it was not very evolved. But you, Kathy, see that it was evolved or it was used for mining.
Mm-hmm. They had occupants on it, but I didn't feel like they belonged there. They weren't
Okay.
indigenous to that body. I think they like UFOs do here. They discovered it. It had resources. They utilized the resources that were available on that planet. And I think
Okay.
if we discovered a planet that had major natural resources, we'd be probably
Mhm.
mining it too, because that's what we do.
Yeah, because I get the star, and
Mm.
then I get crossing the star though, I get the Eight of Sword. And if I look at the images, I don't think this is water. I think this is a liquid gas of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't necessarily H2O. And welcome, Circle of Friends, Tarot. Is this a new channel? Let's go check it out, guys. And then with this Eight
Nice.
of Sword, I think that, you couldn't last long on this planet if you went there. Um, it might have been mined at one point, but like you were mentioning, cold and very, very cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you didn't last long. Like this is the Four of Pentacles, but look at this guy, he's losing his pentacles. Heck, he's gonna lose his pence. So I don't feel very good about this planet. I don't feel that it was a very good place to live.
I did like pull on the people that were there. I asked a question like, what were the people like there, or what were the inhabitants like? And I feel like if they weren't miners, they had to be like dreamers, and possibly telepathic. Because let's just roll with this. I have the Seven of Cups, which they're dreamers, and they're
Hmm.
full of like optimism, and I feel like I also have the on the surface, they cared for themselves. It's like they didn't have anything that they really wanted. They were it's like almost like they cared for themselves. Like they looked after each other, made sure that nobody went without, because that's what on the surface that is what the Queen of Pentacles does, is a nurturer. So they were nurturing to one another. I honestly think they were just not only dreamers, but I also feel they were grounded within themselves with the temperance. And again, there's that whatever, like you were mentioning, Sophie, that water there. I think it that they were maybe trying to look for ways to sustain life there at one point, because I do have the Nine of Wands
Hmm.
aggressively trying to look for ways to sustain it, their way of life there. But then I also have the High Priestess. This is what I'm feeling like it was like a cold planet, because there's no light in here. The only light I see is from the wands, and I feel as though not only were they dreamers, but I wonder if they were fluidic in a way, where
Fluid.
fluidic, like
Hmm.
like they very like their feelings were enmeshed. Like I don't know, but I do feel like they were
Like the way they
telepathic.
communicated and things.
Yeah, like they
They were
were
very
telepathic
advanced.
and visions. They had good visions, because this is what I'm feeling when I look at the High Priestess.
Hmm.
Dreamers, and they were able to communicate like on a higher level. And I think that it's because of that planet they were able to do that, they were able to tap into that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever happened, I mean, there was different confrontation. I don't know if this was because the change, what was going on the outside, but
There may have been other
outside forces.
multiple beings trying to tap resources from this planet. Were you done, Dean?
Mm-hmm.
I liked your question though. What were the people like? So I threw on the people. They were Knights of Cup. They were looking for abundance and opportunity for resources. Is what I heard when I threw this card. I guess I should have moved.
Mm-hmm.
So they were looking as knights. They were looking forward and searching planets for resources that they could utilize to support their people. And I got the Hangman. This is they're looking at everything that in a perspective of what can we utilize that will provide us that. They did have hidden agendas. They were looking for certain types of minerals and resources that would enhance their life and provide them. They with the Three of Cups, they celebrated their finds. They prospered from that, and they did a lot of planning on how they would pull those resources from that planet with the Three of Pentacles. That's that working in conjunction, planning everything. I'm getting the feeling that they were not the only. There wasn't one species; it was numerous.
No.
It was
I just
occupied
got there
by
still
numerous
there.
people drawing resources. But this is what gave their worlds or planets, their technologies, that resource to allow them to survive and continue to sustain themselves on their home planets
Yeah.
in their
I
explorations.
yeah, I get that. They're working as a team. They work as teams, right?
Right.
But um
No
it's
war, no fighting.
no fighting, no war. But it's not working as well as they would like it to because I get that they're still there. Do you guys still feel them there, or
It
is it
may
just
be. I've always felt that about Mars, that it's occupied. I've always felt like there's people living inside of Mars. They're
Mm.
underground.
There's a new emotion though coming up about it. There's a new emotion because it brings death. You have the devil reverse and the death card reverse. It's bringing death. It's a death trap.
Maybe they've
So,
mined it so much it has become dangerous or volatile.
yeah, yeah. So, okay. So let's move on to another one. I just want to say hi to a few people. Hi, Candy Chavez. Hi, Snow Wolf. Vivian, Ona Banana, Tracy Ralph, Circle Friends Tarot, Teresa Levine. So, hello, one and all. And now, the planet Venus, and was it ever inhabited? Oh, okay. So, let's see here. If you have any questions, let me know. We're going to look at another planet. I think I went a little too hard this time. So, how's life going, guys?
It'll
So,
eventually stop. Maybe
eventually it will stop. Hopefully not on Venus because I don't have any more. Saturn. Okay, let's look at Saturn. Actually, I have a few on Saturn. I have about Titan or Titan.
I
I
think it's Titan. The moon, one of the moons of
moon.
Saturn.
Yeah, Titan. And then we have the hexagon storm and the encelada moon or encelad moon. Hmm. I can't write. I can't read my um, encelad's moon. So we have a few things here, and there was a new object found in one of the Saturn's ring, and there's also another moon that looks like a walnut called Iapetus. Iapetus.
That's a newer
So
one too, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Isn't that one the newer one that they found?
No, it's oh, is it? It
I don't
could be.
know.
That's not what I got, but it could be.
I
It
haven't
could
been
be.
watching a lot of stuff on space recently. It's been
Well,
months. I
me
watch it, but I
neither.
haven't done it in a long time. So
Me neither. So, um, Titan has a very dense atmosphere. If you weigh 100 pounds here on Earth, then on Saturn you would weigh 12 pounds. On Titan, you would weigh 12 pounds. So I'm moving there right now. Well, I need to know if there's air, water, pizza. Yeah, hold on one sec. Okay. There's also on the south pole of Saturn, there is a storm that is in the form of an hexagon, and it is layer. It has 7 layers, and they're all regularly spaced between each layer. That's the only phenomena of its kind in this solar system that we know of. And then on the Encelad's moon, they found hydrothermal vents, and that could feed organism because shrimps on Earth, or like the teeny tiny little shrimps on Earth, eat from those uh, hydrothermal vents.
so is it a wet moon? Does it have water on it?
Encelad's, it's a moon. Encelad is a
Probably
moon.
does have water because that Saturn's rings are full of ice crystals, so their moons having moisture and water
Yeah.
accumulation would make sense.
Yeah, and Encelad, which is one of its moon, like it has over 60 moons, and Encelad has hydrothermal vents under its ice, and it could potentially feed organism. So I don't know about you guys, I'm intrigued by the hexagon storm. What about you guys?
Yeah, it's weird that it would have so many individual layers.
And that it is an hexagon instead of a circle? I mean, it's a
Oh, a
storm.
hexagon.
An hexagon, yeah. Or are there any other questions?
I wonder what would make it make that shape.
Yeah. So you're going to look at what would make it that shape? I'm going to look at, is it a portal? Or is it
And
natural?
I will
Yeah?
look at it. I'll look at it, see if it's a natural cause, if it's what's causing it to happen.
Okay.
What's
So
causing the storm? Hexagon storm. Insect.
Is that on one of the poles?
yeah,
It's on the axis poles then.
yeah.
Because I kept hearing the shape is caused from the gravitational pull and spin of the planet. I don't know what kind of gravity it has. Maybe if it has a real gravity.
Okay, the hexagon. Oh,
Ooh, I wonder if this has some negative effect. It's negative in nature.
yeah.
Because the storms themselves is a sign of, like, I guess a sign of, I get the four of swords, which is telling me it's potentially a sign of rest. It's like a state of rest. It's like it.
Gosh, I got
I
the
wonder.
big words too.
I wonder if it's like something that's calming the energy of the planet down, maybe, or is it hyping it up? I don't know, because on the
Here,
surface,
how's that?
I have the devil card, which is telling me that it's something. I feel this is negative, like it's a negative tension. I don't.
We all got a negative aspect to it.
Above it, it's a form of peace and celebration on the surface, but above it, it's all about peace and celebration. So I'm wondering if it's a way of trying to keep something locked away, something at bay, something trapped, something locked at bay. Because I also have the Three of Wands, which is movement. And then I also have the Moon. Movement to understanding the secrets that are around. Rest. It's in a weird way, it's like it's calm before the storm. So, but I feel as though that this is nothing to worry about, only because with the card that I have on the bottom of my deck. I feel like I have the King of Swords, and I feel like this king is the victor, the one that's going to make sure whatever the secret of the planet's containing. You know what kind of reminds me of? Oh my god, this just came to my head. Remember? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Beowulf. I don't know why. It reminds me of like Beowulf, like Grendel, the monster, being encaged, being buried, and it wants to unleash. I don't know. And I feel like there's going to be a victor that's going to keep the secrets trapped, locked in its cage, so it doesn't wreak havoc. I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but it's something negative. There's something negative about that whole experience that's there. Because why would you have a tribe of 4? I'm just looking at this just as a, not even so much as what the numbers on there, the 4 of Wands, but you have 4 people singing like with flutes. These flutes can be symbolic of like keeping the monster at bay, keeping him calm and sleep in the cage. And I just feel like there's somebody gonna try to unleash. It's something that's trying to get unleashed, but whatever it is, it's not good. It's yuck. I don't like it.
It cannot get unleashed. It cannot get unleashed, and that's what I get as well. At the base of at the core of the reading, I get the Justice card.
Ooh, that's a pretty card.
Yeah, that's the Haunted House deck.
Oh, I gotta go get that now, Kathy.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. I'm not your purchasing agent.
Coming across it is the 4 of Pentacles, and oh, by the way, I got the 4 of Wands later on as well.
Oh.
And that deck to me is negative, period. And I was attracted to it, but I have trouble seeing positivity in that deck. because okay, at the head of the reading, there's someone who's sitting very satisfied, very happy. But at the base of the reading, you have that Queen of Wands, and I feel that she's a seductress.
Ooh.
I feel she's a seductress, and then there's this guy very satisfied with that this seductress. Somebody tried, and that doesn't make sense when you look at it as being the Two of Wands. But I look at the Ouija board. Somebody called something within that planet. And because of that, you get the Five of Cups where, things, all the cups in the Five of Cups are still standing, though. All the cups in the Five of Cups are still standing. What are you hearing, Dean?
I feel like I'm being told it's like a prison planet.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Well,
jail cell.
oh, that makes sense with my Justice card.
Like it's like where you're isolated, you're banned, you're shunned, you're cast out.
And then you're trying to hang on to what you've got. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm getting the chills. I get chills. They're multiplying. Okay, the six. And so
I
it
promise you
begins.
guys, I
Hi,
will not
Debsy.
sing.
And then I have the Six of Wands. But look at the Six of Wands. The horse is rearing back. People are coming at the woman with fire sticks. It's not a happy, to me, it doesn't seem like a happy place. And then in the environment, you have the Five of Wands. There's lots of fire. The Five of Wands, people being in battle. And here comes the High Priestess, the woman that knows it all the hidden secrets that we're not supposed to see, that we're not supposed to hear or say. Look at the fire behind her. And when I think about this hexagon storm, it's as if I see, and maybe I've seen too many sci-fi movies. It's as if I see ships going in and out, in and out. And I'm thinking, is Saturn as big as we make it out to be? That would be another question to ask later on if we get it back. And then, okay, here it is. There is the Tower moment with the world, and again the the Four of Wands. So the Tower moment where if something is, I hope they're listening, the guards are listening to us, or somebody's listening to us, because there's a Tower moment coming.
I got that too.
And that is going to bring the end to something. And that lady has a key in her hand. To me, it feels like a key in her hand. And I feel that, yes, something's gonna come out of it. And then you have the Four of Wands, which is, the foundation for something, but the foundation for something that has fallen apart, which is a tower. The key to the foundation. Key to the foundation. Key to the
Whatever that
foundation.
is, it's giving me nasty heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
I don't want to tap into that one anymore. Ugh.
No, me neither.
Mm-mm.
Me neither. What do you have, Kathleen? It doesn't feel good.
It feels really, really negative.
It feels really negative. I was just telling you. Debsy said, "Welcome back, Kathy." Yeah, I muted because my husband just came home and he started talking, so I hit the mute so I could chat at him.
Okay.
And then I told him I'm going back live now, so be quiet. The first card I got, the underlying card I got is the planet's in a rise to go into the next into a phase. got the Queen of Wands, and I didn't know how that Queen affected that. The Queen of Strength and Power, and that fire energy, and I think that is sort of a fiery energy that planet has. And it's not resting right now. I got this Four of Swords, but I feel like it's unrest rather than rest. After battle, because it's going to have a tower moment at some point in time, and I got that tower also, and
Yeah.
and that was just the underlying cards. For the reading, I got the Hierophant. This is something that it's coming from the heavens. It's part of this process that this planet is supposed to go through in its development, or its in its life cycle. The planet's sort of it's infighting with itself. All the elements that make up the planet and the rings and everything it's a constant chaos and battle. It's just doing its thing. It's processing, and I get the Temperance card in the center. I guess in its own way, it's taking its time. It's patient as it's developing with all this turmoil going on in its atmosphere, and in that hexagon storm at the planet, the rings around it, all the moons that go around it. And it does have a lot of stress on this planet. It has stresses that are causing that storm. I think it's the stress of all the atmospheric conditions that are causing that hexagon vortex at the poles to create, and all those rings that are spinning around it with all the different planets and the different ring. Each ring has its own elements of ice and debris and dust particles and moons that are scattered in different layers of those rings and stuff. It's all part of this development. But it is what it's supposed to be doing. It's got the Wheel of Fortune. It's in its karmic journey. So it's part of its development. I'm hearing it's part of its developmental process. Where it's going to go from there, I don't know. I don't feel like it's inhabited by any kind of beings or anything. It's in a birthing process or in a destruction process. I'm not sure because of that tower. I don't know if it's just under turmoil and it's imploding on itself over time and destroying, with the atmospheric changes and stuff like that, or if it's in a developmental stage. I don't know. If I can get a clarifier on the thing.
Yes,
Weird, because I'm seeing like I think we both had the Four of Wands, didn't we?
Yeah, I had it too.
I had the Four of Swords.
I'm seeing like like Greek pillars almost, like
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like a barrier. It's like the energy's charging up those four pillars at different angles where the hexagon meets. I feel like it electrifies those 4 points because you can fit a perfect square inside that hexagon.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kathy. You can fit a perfect size square inside the center of that hexagon.
Yeah.
And all the points can electrically charge it at each corner and on its sides. So I feel like those pillars are maybe that's what the Four of Wands was symbolizing. The music, the storm is like music to whatever the secret that is in there is containing. Because I feel like there's something there, and it's not. I don't like it.
I don't know. I think it's part of its developmental process.
I think we should move on from Saturn.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I feel that we should. I kind of feel we need to move on from Saturn.
Yeah, there's something I don't like about it.
And there's something we should not know about it.
I don't think this is something that is going to affect us in our lifetime. It's something that will take
No.
millions of years for it to get through its destiny of why it's doing what it's doing. And they know so very little about Saturn.
Yeah.
Kathy, let's
Let's
watch
move,
it.
okay? Let's
Yeah,
wash
it's
it.
making me
Yeah, no more
uncomfortable.
Saturns. If it moves to Saturn, I'm gonna
Skip it.
we're gonna make up we're going to make up. Saturn is bad.
I'm sorry, everybody. It's making me feel uncomfortable. I don't know. There's something there I don't
Has a
like.
real negative energy to it.
Oh my God, Saturn again. Moving
No,
on.
we are done, spirit guides. Fix it, please. Although I'm not opposed to reading on one of the moons.
Saturn.
Okay, let's read on Titan then. Let's read on one of their moons. Hopefully
Okay,
it's not negative.
Now, Titan's the one that looks sort of like a potato, right?
Oh,
no,
Spud.
Encelad is one that looks like a walnut.
Oh.
Encelad looks like a walnut, and it has hydrothermal vents that could feed organisms. So, is that a ship? Is that a spaceship?
I feel like it's a hub. An old
Yeah,
hub. That may have
yeah.
crashed. It may have crashed into the asteroid, the remains of a planet or something. I feel like it's a hub, like an old space station, like a hub that they ships would check into. I don't know why I'm saying that.
It's possible, like a satellite type of thing. A
Yeah, like
satellite meaning a satellite where you go and check in and
but this was like
like Deep Space Nine in
like
Star Trek.
yeah, it's like a docking station where, but not a huge one, but it's one, or it's a piece of one that crashed into the remains of like an asteroid. That's what I'm feeling, and it just grew into it. So what's the name of it? The Spud planet?
Encelad. Encelad.
Encelad. It kind of reminds me of.
Encelad.
It reminds me of Spanish for salad, ensalada. So Encelad.
And it looks like a walnut. And it is covered by ice. It has water. And it has hydrothermic thermal vents. So is that a ship? Or
Yeah, here it has life.
yes, it does have life. It's a farm. It's like
sea creatures. I think like you were
yeah.
saying, crustaceans and bacterias and shrimps and.
I'm gonna use my pendulum.
Well, I have some interesting cards from Encelad. There's a small community there, and I guess it's all about, they were visionaries. They were people that went there for a specific purpose, and because I do have the Seven of Cups, which is telling me there's water there. There's water.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, there's water, and then I have wands and swords and one pentacle. So this is telling me there's a lot of water and air. Water, air, and fire.
Did you watch me lay the cards down, Dean?
Do what?
Did you watch me lay the card down?
No, I'm looking at my split. Water, air, and fire. No, there's no land.
It's not a ship. My pendulum says it's not a ship.
Is it like a hub or something?
That's what I'm asking.
Because I feel like it's here, like how we have like greenhouses, and maybe this was like an aquarium, maybe.
Yes.
because I just saw it as like I feel like it's a
I
hub,
keep
a
on
hub of
hearing
something.
a science center. It's a research and development center. Scientists.
It says no. Do I have a black car?
It's funny because my first card out was the page of water, and that's that useful page that, and I'm hearing the water they're developing and studying aquatic life. And I've got the messenger of air. And when I dropped this card, I heard this is scientists that have come from the air onto this planet to work it and develop it. And I've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's they're working in destiny. They're working with the resources of this planet to develop it. To create that circle of life, that development. And they do have fire. That's that. Those volcanic flames coming. That's heating and melting the ice and causing the gases to rise through there, and providing the different elements that's required to create life. And I got the page of Earth, which is the page of Pentacles. It's a resource and research type thing. I don't know if it's food development or development of other creatures, or I'm hearing food. Farming. Whoever said farming. They're developing different food sources. It's like a big experimental.
Mm-hmm.
I keep wanting to say greenhouse almost. It has like
It's like
water.
a greenhouse, but it's like seafood, or
it's like there is some form of land there, like
and
like
there's plants that grow in the
In
water.
order for it to be a moon or a planet, there has to be a core, right? That is going
Right.
to
And
act
it's
as
got
a gravity,
gases and
for the force of gravity to
right.
keep things together.
That's why I feel like it's like lodged into something. This hub, it's like lodged into like a meteor, or like a part of a planet. So that's why I feel like it's getting that word. That's getting that support. I don't know.
What I got was that it is a moon, and that the moon is being used. There is life on it. There is intelligent life as well on it. And I got a flash that the reason why it is oddly shaped is there's a problem with gravity, which is strange because Saturn has problems keeping all of its moon with with its own strength of force of gravity. But and then what I got was that
where it's located in the belt.
I got that. I asked if it was a hub, and it did say yes. The moon, because it is a moon, is used as a hub. That's what I got.
Okay. Interesting. What I got was there's a community on there. And the reason why I say there's a community of laborers, well, I have the Three of Wands here, and this Three of Wands is a family right here. And I feel like they're very, very approachable people. They're logical people. They're effective communicators, because or it's controlled, or there's the man in charge, the King of Swords. He's the type of person that's in charge there. And I almost want to say they're mathematicians and science and math oriented, because with this, they have to be very, very, very logical people. And I also feel like that they that I don't I'm struggling on this one with the Knight of Swords. Like not only are they practice what they preach almost, they're ready to
They lead
work
by
and do the dirt.
example.
Yes. Like they're ready to to take they take ownership and they're prideful of what they're doing. And again, they're skillful and they work hard. They to whatever means whatever they're doing on there. And the reason why I say they're prideful, but they're not in their ego because I don't see the devil or any other negative cards that would say that they were encased in ego or anything. They're prideful and they are, but to the sense where they're humble and they're very successful. They're smart and successful people because I have the Six of Wands here.
It, I seem to agree with you there because the people cards I got associated with this was that messenger from the air. These are people from someplace else that are coming to do the work on this planet. I get the page of Earth and the page of Earth and the Three of Earth, which Earth is Pentacles. I think the page of Pentacles is saying, you know, we're planting the seeds, we're bringing that forward. And that Three of Pentacles is that card where it's well planned out, it's organized. And I'm feeling like this is a group of scientists and they're creating this food source, they're harvesting, they're developing. It's a working planet because the other two cards that I got in my original reading, I didn't get a chance to pull, is the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups. You know, this is that they're taking what was a undeveloped planet in chaos and they're developing it. And that Six of Cups is that nostalgia. And I think that nostalgia is getting that harvest. You know, they're working with it. It's something they're organizing. They're taking it from a chaotic planet that was just developing and they're developing it and they're moving into that Six of Cups and the nostalgia, being able to use the resources to provide the betterment for the people or their people or groups of people. It's a developmental, you know, and this Wheel of Fortune it's something that they're supposed to do, develop this to help the betterment of the universe. And this is a universal galaxy thing. It's not just one set of beings. They're providing this for many planets, many resources.
What you say, it's a developmental colony. It fits with what I got. I got that they will scavenge the Earth's ocean to try to populate their own ocean. Right
I
now, they
think
don't do any kind of testing on humans or anything like that, but they're trying to save some species.
I think it's in conjunction with what's going on in Earth and all the underwater. And I heard I heard that
Yeah.
whatever's visiting our oceans is also visiting those oceans and oceans that are other planets that have those resources. They're trying to keep that food source, that line, that development of those species working.
This would make the last four of my cards make sense.
It's extremely
because
scientific.
and
it's also resourcing.
Because I do have the Ace of Swords here, so I feel this as like force, like allowing like to purify, to cleanse, like truth wise, to purify, to cleanse. With the Five of Wands, which is the normal conflicts that's happening here on Earth, let's just say, for example, what we're doing that's contributing to it. They're trying to resolve that. And why? Because I have the Queen of Pentacles here, because they want to continue to, they're looking for ways to not just for them, but to sustain life elsewhere. If it works there, they feel like since it's still within our solar system, it should still have a similar effect on us, which is to ultimately provide us with life, with the sun. I'm seeing the sun as a life source to
Yeah.
re-energize us. They're very skilled. Like they're almost like dreamers in a way. Like again, I keep getting the dreamers card. They're very they whatever they're manifesting. Because I also have the next cards I'm getting is the Magician. So they're magical
extremely
people.
advanced.
They're magical people. Whoever
They're
or
very
whatever they
advanced.
are.
But
But
it's
I
math,
feel
science.
science and math with them.
Yeah,
Very
math,
much so.
science, and
Yeah.
environmentally protecting some of the animal resources here being also transported there and cultivated. They're
Okay.
saving, I feel like they're saving species.
We're gonna stop reading on Saturn, okay?
Okay.
I feel we need to stop reading on Saturn.
Well, that was more
Okay.
positive energy. I liked that one.
It is positive energy, but this, I feel that we need to
Leave it
step away
alone.
from it. I feel that we'll take it offline. I feel
Okay.
we need to step away from it, but we'll take it offline.
Okay.
Now, please,
No more Saturn.
no more
Spirit.
Saturn online for now.
Spirit, no more Saturn.
No more Saturn, Spirit.
But yeah, it was positive.
I don't think
Well,
we're
give
meant
us
to know
something.
everything that's happening in our universe.
I'm gonna choose something if you go back there.
There. What's that red one?
Ceres. Okay, we're going down to Ceres.
Ceres.
Was it going back to Saturn, Sophie?
Yeah, no. No more Saturn.
Nice.
I
We
gotta
don't speak
stop.
of it. We don't speak of it anymore.
Yeah, I've no idea why. In astrology, is Saturn bad? Is Saturn the bad guy, or is it Jupiter that's the bad guy? I can't remember. Anybody? Connie, don't you follow Holger?
I am not an astrologer. In fact, I just bought my first book on astrology and haven't even started reading
Me
it.
too. I need to open it. Okay. Ceres. I'm going to share something. Ceres is a dwarf planet that is in the just by the asteroid belt. And I am going to share something so cool with you guys. It's coming.
We get graphics. We do. Oh, cool.
Bright spot on Ceres. So basically, what happened is there was a satellite that left Earth to go and study the asteroid belt, and they came across Ceres. They wanted to have a little look at it, and what they saw is they saw that there was two bright spots. If you look at this one here, the two bright spots that showed on an elevated plateau. And then you see this dome here. Now, I know what it's made of.
Is that volcanic?
It's actually water volcano. So, and oh, look at that. Look at this one here. You know, you see Ceres, like the whole curve of the planet, and you see on the biggest plateau those lights here. So they're water volcanoes, and what apparently would be those light spots would be salt from the water.
So is it that's a reflection maybe from the sun into the salt?
That's apparently what they're saying.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
the salt's crystallizing then.
And then
Yes.
it's reflecting it's
Okay.
It's like
Yeah,
acting like a prism and causing it to light up.
yeah, but look at that, guys.
That is really beautiful.
It's really beautiful. Do you believe that that's all it is?
I heard,
Now, I have a question. Yeah, what did you hear?
I heard yes that it's a
Naturally
phenomenon.
occurring. I heard it's naturally occurring.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
phenomenon. It's naturally occurring.
look at this one. I was hoping that it'd be something else.
You were hoping for a portal?
No, I was hoping that it was a ship of some kind or a base of some kind, and it's beautiful.
It almost looks like an eye. Hmm.
Is it an organism?
I'm sure
No,
things live in it. If it's water, it has to have living. If it's salt water, there's
well,
living
if
organisms
it's
in there.
salt water, it may be,
It has bacteria growing in. So yeah, there's stuff
it
in
has
there.
some organic matter in it, probably.
Okay, so let's look
So
at
let's
that.
find out, is there organic life developing on that planet?
And it's Cirrus, right?
It's Cirrus, yeah. And
I'm
that
hearing
is in our
yes.
soul.
I'm hearing yes. There's organic life on Cirrus.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay,
But
I'm
yeah,
hearing very early though, very early stages.
yeah.
It's not like fish. It's very,
It's like
very small
microbial.
microorganisms.
are
Yeah,
they like single cells or anything like that?
Mm,
it's not evolved yet.
okay.
Hmm.
No, it's like single cell organism.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Vivian, wow is my next question.
So my question about this planet is, what is its purpose? What is Sirius's purpose in our universe?
Oh,
That's a good
What is
question.
what is Sirius's purpose in our universe? What is it meant for?
my question is it a jumping stone?
I'm hearing it's part of the complexity of the universal development for the evolution of the galaxy. Does that make sense? It's like
Good.
it's just another seed in what keeps all the different species. It's just a part of, it's like, well, they're doing all these experiments on the planet we just talked about with the sea life, our oceans. It's just another phase of the development of that process
Makes
over
sense because
centuries. And it's like these things are seeded throughout the galaxy to sustain life.
Yeah.
makes sense. I had the Seven of Pentacles, and this Seven of Pentacles, there's a pregnant woman. Looks like she's having labor pains or contractions there.
That
So
the Empress
it's
pregnant with the new possibilities.
Seven of Pentacles, yes. So what it's like you said, Kathy, it's one of those seeds that's strategically placed for our universe,
And
for our universe.
that's probably why I'm getting a no as a stepping stone because they don't want to
To stay alive, it's not ready to be touched.
yeah,
It's
exactly. They wanted to
developing.
keep it as clean as possible. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the
So
beginning
I'm
of
gonna leave that one
nature,
alone.
not the end.
Yeah. Let's not send anyone there.
No, I'm leaving that one alone. I'm not even going to read on it now. I'm comfortable with what I felt off of it.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to turn the wheel. But I'm
No
probably gonna love it.
Saturns. No Saturns.
No Saturns. If Saturn shows up, I'm buying a new Wheel of Fortune because I know this one.
We're gonna get one of those life boards and take the wheel off that has the slower purchasing. We'll have that 7
Planet.
or 8, 9 categories now.
Yeah, exactly. Planet X, or they used to call it Planet X. Now is it Planet 9? Who knows?
Probably
But
been
there
given a
is
number.
a there is a theory that there is a ninth planet in our solar system, and that it is a big one. And the scientists are not rejecting the idea, far from it.
Is this the one they're arguing? Is it a planet or is it a moon?
No, that's
Asteroid?
Pluto. That's Pluto.
Excuse me.
No, they're talking about a planet that is where the rotation around the sun is probably so far great, is so farther, so much so far. Geez, I can't talk.
Is
So
this
far
part of
on
the
the
nebula
outside
system?
that we haven't come across it yet, which is why we wouldn't have discovered it.
Is this part of the nebulous system that they talk
It's
about?
part of our solar system. That planet X would be part of our solar system. My question is, first of all, does that planet exist? Second, if it exists,
Yes.
is it on a different rotation? Instead of rotating around the sun's equator, could it be rotating around the sun's poles like Neptune does? Neptune rotates on its pole, right? It rotates like this instead of like this. So could it be rotating like that around the sun?
And it doesn't rotate in a circle, it rotates in a big, wide, long,
Elliptical.
So we're just seeing it. They're just seeing it now.
I don't know that they are.
Or they've caught it, and or satellites have caught it. Something's caught it. It's image, but it's not easily
What do you
visible.
get? What do you get, Dean?
I'm kind of my guy's telling me not to look into that one any further.
Jeez.
I don't want to piss my guides off.
No, me neither.
And my guide's like, let's not, yes, but no, yeah, no, we're not, let's not touch that one. Let's not touch that one. My guides typically,
we just don't need to know yet.
My guides typically don't. They have a bit of a sense of humor, and sometimes they don't like me reading on certain things. And this is something that's a little bit more of a stretch for me. And I'm trying to take it. If like Mars was kind of not Mars, Saturn was kind of a bit of a stretch that made me nervous, but I didn't really get permission from them first. But this one, I'm like, but when I asked about Planet X, they're like, we're not going there.
What about the WOW signal? Do you guys remember the WOW signal from 1977?
I wasn't born yet.
I was, but I don't remember.
Show on it though. It is the first time they got noise that had a specific type of pattern that wasn't normal space noise.
It lasted
like 6 seconds, or it was
72 seconds. Yeah. It was long.
Anyways, why they call it WOW is because the tech that found it when he was reviewing wrote on there in a big red pen, "Wow!" exclamation point, and that's how it got its name.
Is that an anomaly? Is the WOW signal from 1977 an anomaly?
No. I'm hearing, no, it was real, and it was from so long ago that
I feel like
communication's done at a different frequency level than
I
we
feel
are
like
using.
I feel like it was like, you know how a ripple effect, like ripple effects of water, right? And I have no context for this, so I kind of looked up what it was about. I honestly feel like this was just like a ripple effect that came towards us from outside our galaxy, maybe on a weird frequency. It's like when you hear like a tree go in a like you can hear like a tree fall down in a forest, but if you weren't there, does it still make sound? Yes. So let's think of it like a tree in a forest falling down, boom, and it sends that echo, and the echo just carries on over time.
Okay.
That's what I'm
I
thinking.
heard the word mirror. I heard the word mirror.
That would make sense because a ripple.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. It's been an hour and a half already. So I want to thank everyone for showing up, for coming, and thank you for participating
It's an
in the
interesting
chat.
topic.
And I'd love to hear from you questions you might have that you would like me to look into for the next Wheel of Fortune. I need ideas, guys. So yeah, so I want to thank Dean from Hermit's Corner and Kathleen from Guided Light Tarot for coming. And thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you next week. All right. Thank you very much. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye.